Hi, it's Kim here, and welcome to another Technique Taster. Today I thought I would share a quick technique on making a Christmas card. The season is quickly coming, and I think that in these COVID days, handmade cards will be that much more appreciated by the receiver. So we're going to work on a similar card to this, and I'm using Ranger gel plates. I'm using some Creative Scrapbooker cardstock, Echo Park's A Lumberjack Christmas. I'm using their pattern paper and chipboard, along with some different glue dots adhesives. So come along and hopefully you'll have some fun and learn a new technique. For our simple technique today, I'm using the small round jelly plate or gel plate from Ranger. It comes in a set with some smaller rectangles. I really enjoy this set and have been using it lots. And we're going to use Dina Wakley Media's acrylic paint in Elephant and Ancient, along with some Dylusions Post Box Red paint, very Christmassy for colors. We'll start with the Elephant. This will create just a simple base for what we're creating, and put a small amount on your gel plate, and with a brayer just cover. I might need a little bit more here, so we'll just add to it. You have to play around with the thickness that you're happy with. There's no right or wrong here. On a pre-cut piece of Creative Scrapbooker Super Stock, I'm just going to layer my paint where I want my circle. So we're kind of using the gel plate as a stamp, and then lift it off. Next, we'll add some red. With a piece of well-loved tissue paper, just remove some of the paint by tapping it over the gel plate, and add a second layer to the first. Give it some nice even pressure and pull it off. And we're starting to create a really nice layered effect. My third color will be the Ancient. And again, with the tissue paper, remove some. I don't remove as much of this as I did the red. Again, the red is really pigmented. And then layer on top of sometimes the gel will come off, just lift it off. And then we have a really fun, interesting layered background to create off of. I like to use some ice stickles, again, just to add one more layer of interest. So put a big glob on, and just with a paintbrush, move that glitter around. And then set this aside to dry. So this will be the start of our card base now. And what I like to do is add a little bit of splatters before we build it up. So for that, we'll take a little bit of the red paint again, not a lot. Spray some water on it and just mix the water and paint together, and just, I like to use another brush just to tap, tap, tap. So while we're waiting for this to dry, let me show you a couple of the products that we're going to be working with to build this card. I'm going to use some paper from the Lumberjack Christmas by Echo Park. I've also purchased a couple of the chipboard accents and phrases, and we'll see how we use this on the card. For the one that I created, I used the reindeer with a sentiment from the sticker pack and layered it on some background paper. So now that our card base has dried, we'll adhere it onto our mat, and I like to use the Glue Dots adhesive sheets to do that. I find when I'm working with mixed media, so paint and splattering wet media over top of this, sometimes you can get a little bit of distortion of the paper, and using adhesive on the full back of it will allow it to lay flat. I've pre-cut this background paper, so we'll just layer that on top, and I would repeat the same process to put the whole piece onto the back, just to eliminate any of this warbling that you have. So next the fun comes and we get to build our card. When I've been looking at these prior to class, I did like the Santa Claus. I thought he would make a really fun embellishment that we could overlap over here and pull out the stickers that come with the paper package, and maybe we can try Jingle All the Way. I want it to have a little bit of dimension. So what I will do is cut a small piece of super stock and just cut it smaller than the embellishment. And stick it on the sticky part of your sticker, and then it will give a little bit of lift to it without overpowering it. I then like to use my permanent glue dots . For Santa Claus, I really like him over in this corner, but I'd like to add a little bit of extra texture with some burlap. I have just pulled out some of the burlap threads, and we'll put some behind Santa. And I like to take at this point another one of my permanent glue dots and put it where I want this little burlap to go, and just stick it in place. Don't overthink it, that's going to be covered. And then I'm going to use pop-up glue dots, these ones here, just to give Santa a little bit more pop. Kind of decide where you want Santa to go. I like him right there. And then just cut down your little threads. And there you have a really cute, easy Christmas card that throws in a little bit of mixed media technique by layering paints like a stamp instead of pulling a print as we would with a monoprint. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and one of us will get back to you. Happy crafting!